right? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, since it can't chuck wood, so any answer would be just as hypothetical as the question. And so we'd say 10 tons or 0. It doesn't really matter. It's the same thing because the question itself is a hypothetical. So the answer would be hypothetical. So Butler Branding has a focus on working with mission-driven brands. These are brands that have a specific mission. They want to do good in the world and they want to just put their best foot forward. And so we had the privilege of working with Paragon Well-Being. And Paragon Well-Being has the mission of making corporate wellness more accessible. It started out as primarily corporate wellness, but they've opened the door up to anybody who just wants to improve their overall health and well-being. And so we had the privilege of doing the brand identity, the messaging, web design, UX strategy, and marketing strategy for them. And it was cool behind the scenes getting to see the organization and the app develop as it was being built. But there's always kind of this like mystery of what is this thing going to be? And so Paragon Well-Being actually let us use the app in a 28-day challenge with the Butler team. So when I spoke with Paragon, they asked us what our goals were. And I wanted to make sure that we had some sort of a challenge that wasn't just a challenge. We wanted to really build and rally around our culture. So something we could do together that felt like we were doing it as a team. So when it came time to choose like what kind of challenge did we want to do, we could do either a nutritional challenge, a physical fitness challenge, or a mental health challenge. I really wanted to zero in on the mental health aspect. With what we do at Butler, we might be working with 10 to 20 different clients, and each one of those clients has various projects that we might be working with. And a lot of these projects have very strict deadlines, and we have our creative work that we're submitting, and sometimes it's critiqued or not accepted. And so it can be a really high stress environment. And so I wanna make sure that our team doesn't feel like they're just droning away at a computer. I wanna make sure that we encourage healthy, happy employees, and especially as it relates to mental health. And so when it came to picking the challenge, I really zeroed in on the mental health aspect.
I am Candace, and I am the CFO of Butler Branding. We have a very high stress with our commitment levels and everything that we have going on. So this was a way to incorporate some fun, as well as like being aware of being less stressed and focusing on yourself and your mind health as well as your body health.
The Paragon Challenge, for us at least, was to help us with our mental capacity, I believe. A lot of us, especially in the creative industry, we're just on the go, taking care of other people, taking care of clients. And I think the tendency is to forego your own health and your own well-being. And so I know that in the beginning of this challenge, Sean had mentioned that, hey, I noticed there's a lot of stress, there's high stress, and you guys need to chill, relax. We're gonna do this challenge and focus on mental health. I think it forced us to relax, forced us to slow down where we otherwise wouldn't have. And it also gave us the opportunity to encourage one another, to cheer each other on for our wins. And if you're a little competitive, it was a great way for us to be competitive against one another, but all like leaning towards a good cause, and that was mental health and wellness.
So for me, I really love to do the challenge because I'm not a very active person, and so that gave me the opportunity to do something different. And so it was more like a challenge with myself to do something that I usually don't do every day. And we did also some meditation that helped me relax and be more productive with work.
So nowadays, if you're a business, you have to focus not just on having employees, but having healthy, happy employees that actually like coming to work and they buy into the vision. They see their part in contributing towards that vision. And if you're just droning away at a computer and you just feel like you're a robot kind of spinning around on a wheel, nobody's going to want to continue to do that. And so I think it's the responsibility of businesses to think about ways that they can invest into culture and invest into their team to make sure that they're operating at their highest level of productivity, which means that they have a clear mindset, they're healthy physically, emotionally, and mentally.
For me, as a newer employee of Butler Branding, to have a company that actually was interested in my health and well-being, that they were willing to invest into having this app for its employees and to challenge them to take care of their health, to step away from their computers and take care of their well-being, really spoke volumes to me as an employee that this is the right company to be at.
For other businesses using this app, I think it's a great way for your team to connect together, to like I said before, to encourage one another, to challenge one another. And the cool thing is that you can set it to whatever settings you want. You can have your own personalized, customized plan that's geared towards your company or even your department. I like the fact that you can be in different groups. And so collaboratively, maybe as a whole, you can work together maybe on mental wellness or mental well-being. And then maybe in like smaller groups, you can work on physical fitness or whatever it is.
So I would say as part owner of the business, for us, it was really beneficial for our staff to connect as well as being mindful of themselves and getting outside and to, relieve some stress and so forth, and getting more active in their physical activity other than just sitting in front of a desk. But I want to say as a team, it was really awesome because you're posting selfies and stuff, and you're getting points by posting selfies of things you're doing throughout the day. So I feel like it connected you on a personal level, and you were able to really understand everybody as an individual and what they were doing in their day-to-day lives. So it was kind of cool. So I think that, connecting, and so it was personal, but then it was also building more connections as a team.
So I'm super competitive. I thought I had it in the bag. This is gonna be easy. It's a mental health challenge. How hard can it be? And for me, it was actually harder than I thought, just because of trying to break away from the day and get into those routines. And so even though I skipped a couple of the exercises, I was like, you know what, I'm still gonna get this. And because I was on a streak after that, and then at the end, they kind of tallied up all of our points, and I realized that I wasn't even like the top 3 or 4 placement. Candace actually won, and that's actually hard in the household because now she just rubs it in my face because she's also very competitive. I highly recommend any business who has a team who doesn't just want a bunch of droning robots just plugging away at their computer or plugging away whatever their task, whether it be construction or any kind of organization. Right now, it's the responsibility of us who own businesses to really invest into the culture and into the wellness of our employees. So I highly recommend you looking at Paragon Well-Being and doing a 28-day challenge or incorporating some sort of aspect of wellness throughout your culture. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Make sure this content gets out to more people. And if you are a creative entrepreneur and you're looking to level up, maybe you feel stuck, learn from my mistakes. At agency.butlerbranding.com, we have a free webinar that talks about everything I've learned in scaling Butler Branding since we started in 2012. I'm talking about everything I've learned from brand positioning, marketing, sales, strategy, and project management. So learn to level up for free at agency.butlerbranding.com.